Thanks so much, Tiffany. What's happening, everybody? How we doing? I'm going to impress, and to preserve everyone's time, I'm not going to stop and eat a Deliver Lean cookie, but I can tell you that they're gluten-free, they're diabetic-friendly. Yes, I get paid to eat their food and represent them, but they're an incredible brand, and I stand behind 1,000%. The brainchild behind it all sitting right there in the corner. Make sure you say hello. Try these meals out. Talk to Tiffany. Talk to myself. These meals come directly to your door every single day and take the guesswork out of eating. So, invoices in the mail, Scott. Hey, so how many people don't have a social media strategy set up right now? Awesome. I love when no hands go up. Awesome. How many people are working with brands that just don't get it yet when it comes to social media? Isn't that frustrating? What's the #1 sales book ever sold? I got a lot of questions, don't I? Any guesses? #1 sales book ever sold? Great. Close. No? Anybody? Would you believe Green Eggs and Ham? It might not be number-wise, but in my opinion it is. And there's an interesting analogy within the book that talks about us, the ones that get it, and brands that don't. Short little brief excerpt from the book, if you will. Would you, could you, in a car, eat them, here they are. You may like them, you will see, you may like them in a tree. To which the exasperated doubter, aka the brand that does not get it, says, I would not, could not, in a tree, not in a car, just let me be. You know what I say to those people? Fair enough, I'll catch you on the flip side in about 36 months when you're closing your doors, because that's the ROI of social media, is that you'll still be in business in the next 36 months. In addition to being a local host, personality, brand ambassador, I do have an agency called SocialBuzzTV, and we create buzz for your brand, but we also develop your social media strategy while doing that. I am the brand. Obviously I wear bow ties and I'm out in public, and people do take me seriously. And I work with brands like Deliver Lean, where I can actively be part of the brand. You want to sell a product, you got to be a product of the product. I eat the product, I talk about the product, I share the product. My daughter eats it, my girlfriend eats it, my neighbors eat it. I bring it to homeless people if I'm out of town and I still get a delivery. Everyone in Miami is eating this stuff. And I'm talking about it online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google+. I'm not handling Deliver Lean's social media strategy, I'm making it better. And here's my point to all that. A lot of PR companies, I've been trying to drive this message home for a while, are threatened by me because they think I'm going to do their job. I do not do public relations. I have no idea how to write a press release, pitch the media, do anything. But I know people that know how to do that. And I know people that need what I do, and vice versa. So what I've been trying to drive the message of, as far as PR embracing social media, I'm here to make your campaign better. If Deco Drive or NBC6 in the mix walked in, Roxy walked in and covered the media mixer here, I know my people, I got you doing it. And I'm tweeting and posting in a bow tie, and I've got my camera crew here, and I'm doing the real-time PR before NBC can even get a piece off at 7 o'clock, if it goes that day. I think there's a tremendous amount of value of that instant gratification of buzz being created. So many people are concerned with numbers. I want more Twitter followers. I want more likes. Listen, friends, 7 years ago, this stuff didn't even exist. We were still screwing around with pagers and cell phones that were way too big, and maybe a forum or a blog. Maybe. The goal is not to be good at social media. The goal is to be good at business because of social media. And that's a quote from my good friend Jay Baer with Convince and Convert, because it is all a who's cooler contest. Because if we only had email addresses, every time you came to my website, it would say X amount of email subscribers. It wouldn't say how many likes and followers. If you've got 20,000 followers and 10 people are talking to you, guess what? It doesn't really matter. And that's where you can really understand, help your clients understand that it's not a numbers game. It is if done correctly. Most brands still tell me, Sebastian, I don't need that Twitter thing. I immediately end the conversation there. I'm no longer interested. It's not my job to convince you that social media is overthrowing governments in the Middle East. You really have the audacity to think it's not affecting your brand. Another quote from my buddy Gary Vee. If you don't know who he is, look him up. That guy completely gets it. He's built an empire from a local liquor store in New Jersey. My point is, if you're dealing with brands that don't get it and they're slowing you down, fire them and find somebody else who gets it. There are too many of them out there that get it and understand. But properly play your role in PR, communications, and marketing. Do what you do best. I do what I do best, and then I find someone in the expert field that I need, whether it's PR or marketing, and say, hey, here's what my crazy idea looks like. I've got the social and buzz part on lock. Here's what I need from you on a PR and marketing standpoint. Collaborate, you'll find that you had more of a value. Your offering is more sexy, if you will, when you bring it to the table to a client saying, hey, listen, we're going to handle your PR and communications, but we're also partnered with this nut that wears bow ties and runs around town with a camera, creating buzz about brands, and they're going to create buzz on top of the buzz that we're already doing. It's going to give you more added value to what you're doing. So social media, there's a lot of social media management companies out there, community managers, etc. I get that, it's the new thing. What separates me from that is that I've got a tremendous network that I've built over the past 3 years from pretty much nothing. I built this company with not one single dollar except for a bus pass and a skateboard. I no longer ride a skateboard, I do have a car, and I don't take the bus anymore. But it really is the grassroots, bootstrap story of launching a brand. But you know why I was able to do it with $0 and turn it into a profitable agency? Because these tools and resources that are available online are free. If you're passionate about something, launch a brand. If you have an idea about a product, start a blog, start writing about it, start talking about it. There's an audience out there for just about everything. You just have to find that audience. So the consistent message here I think I want to talk to you guys about, not tell you social media is here to stay. I think you know that already, but stop wasting your time with the yahoos that don't get it. It's not your job to educate people on why social media is here to stay. We knew we had Osama on Twitter before it even hit CNN. That in itself, and Twitter is by hands down the most powerful website on the planet. The most powerful. It's replaced the gatekeeper, the telephone. You don't have to ask permission. You can contact anybody you want. It's up to them to respond, but they can contact just about anybody you want via Twitter. To me, that's powerful stuff. We are in the midst of an amazing shift in the way we communicate. I got cast for a reality show earlier this year on Fox, and I had to go meet with the show executives in New York, so I had a little bit of free time. Was in Times Square, bow tie, taking a picture like a tourist. But I wanted to shoot a piece because it was so interesting to me that everyone was walking around in the advertising mecca of the world, but no one was looking at the advertising. Where were they looking? At their phones. So it fired me up, it encouraged me, let me know, traditional media is not going anywhere. I believe social media is probably the best thing to ever happen to traditional media. But when those two collaborate and are done correctly and are utilized to be able to continue the conversation, listen and respond, not sell, pull, not push, then they're going to be able to have a successful both offline and online campaign. I believe it's the collaboration of the both. So that's pretty much all I got. Anybody have any questions? Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I think we have all been talking about pull versus push, but I don't think we've been clear about it. So
Right.
I think